Revenge is a dish best served cold. You know this famous quote from the movie Godfather, and this quote perfectly suits what has happened today in Operation Sindoor. India's surprise strike on Pakistan after Pahalgam attack, Operation Sindoor. 12 days of planning went into Operation Sindoor. As you can see, this is the brief timeline of the way in which this attack was conducted. Operation Sindoor. Around 1:28 am, Army confirms Operation Sindoor. Around 1:45 am, it strikes at 9 Pak terror bases. And around this time, explosions were heard in Pakistan. And the Indian Army declared that justice is served around this time. And around 2:46 am, Mr. Rajnath Singh posts Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Now let us look at the timeline in detail. Around May 6th late evening, India finalizes the plan for retaliatory strike following the April 22nd unfortunate Pahalgam attack that killed 26 civilians, mostly Hindu tourists. On May 7th, around this time, India launches Operation Sindoor, executing 24 precision missile strikes on 9 terror camps in Pakistan and POK, that is Pak-occupied Kashmir, including locations in Bhavalpur and Muridke. Around this time, Pakistan claims to have shot down 5 Indian fighter jets, but this was later claimed by India that it was not true. And around this time in morning, Pakistan conducts artillery shelling across the line of control, resulting in the death of 3 Indian civilians. Around afternoon, Pakistan's Foreign Office condemns these strikes as act of war and vows retaliation. And around 4 p.m. this evening on 7th May, nationwide civil defense drills codenamed as Operation Abhyas were conducted. It happened across 244 districts in India, including Hyderabad and Delhi. Evening of 7th May, Pakistan closes its airspace for 48 hours. Around 7 p.m., Indian Army releases a statement on social media declaring that justice is served with reference to the Operation Sindoor. The press conference was held by Colonel Sophia Qureshi and Wing Commander Vyomika Singh, as you can see here. Now let us look at this Operation Sindoor in detail. The date of operation, 6th May. It was launched jointly by Indian Air Force and Indian Armed Forces. What is the objective of all this? Strategic precision strikes on terror infrastructure in Pakistan and Pak-administered Kashmir. Indian Army, being a moral army, does not believe in the killing of innocent civilians. Hence, precision strikes, be it surgical strikes of Uri or airstrikes of Balakot or the precision strikes of Operation Sindoor that happened yesterday, India always believes in minimizing the civilian casualties. Let's look at the background of Operation Sindoor. Operation Sindoor was decisively military response by India following the heinous terrorist attack on 22nd April in Pahalgam. Intelligence pointed to the cross-border terror groups operating from Pakistani soil. What are the strategic objectives? To neutralize terror infrastructure linked to groups like Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba, as well as Hizbul Mujahideen. As you know, these are 3 notorious terror groups. And eliminating high-value targets, including close associates and family of Jaish-e-Mohammed leader Masood Azhar. Disrupt the planned terrorist operations targeting Indian civilians and forces. What are the execution details? Well, as we just discussed, it started in the wee hours of May 6th, in the early hours of May 6th. In only around 23 minutes, the whole of the operation was concluded and it resulted in the death of 70 plus terrorists, which is truly phenomenal. It hit 9 locations in Pakistan and Pak-occupied Kashmir, and these you can see in the map. These are the areas: Bhavalpur, Muridke, and the other areas as well as Muzaffarabad. 70 terrorists, as we just discussed, were killed, including 4 close aides and 10 relatives of Masood Azhar of the Jaish-e-Mohammed. What was the international response like? Let's look at the international response. UN, United Nations, urged restraint and diplomacy from both nations. US, the Secretary of State Marco Rubio called for calm and reaffirmed support for counterterrorism. Other global powers like China, Russia, UK, France, and Turkey called for the de escalation and offered diplomatic support to mediate peace in between the two countries. What is the Pakistani response? Pakistan condemned these strikes as act of war, claimed that civilian casualties and damage to non-military structures like mosques and schools. As you know, Pakistan has had a long history of lying. So this information cannot be taken at face value. Military reaction: Pakistan claimed to have shot down Indian aircraft and initiated artillery fire across the LOC. What are the domestic measures taken within India? India has initiated high alert in northern states. Civil defense drills were conducted across India in around 244 districts. Temporary airspace restrictions have also been placed. And in Pakistan, emergency has been declared in the Punjab province and schools and flights were rerouted. Schools were closed and the flights were rerouted. Now let's look at the implication of all of this. Operation Sindoor marks a pivotal moment in India's security doctrine. Assertive counter-terrorism stance shows New India's resolve to act beyond its borders against terror threats. Calculated risk, precision limited strike minimizes escalation risk while delivering a strong strategic message, because the reply for the Pahalgam terror attack had to be made. Now this is the total update with respect to Operation Sindoor. Let us look at a quick question before we conclude this video. What was the primary objective of Operation Sindoor launched by India on 6th of May 2025? These are your 4 options. The right option will be given a heart symbol in the comments. Comment your answer, write in the comments. Let me know what you think about it. Thank you. Jai Hind. Abhyas IAS Super 30 batch starting from June 15th. Take the skill test and join us in clearing your civils in your first attempt itself.